On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc. of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Transcribe.
To copy or reproduce something in written or printed form, to translate spoken language into written text.
Examples:
Transcribe notes. Transcribe documents. She needs to transcribe the interview recording to write the article for the magazine.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Triple.
Consisting of 3 items or people, 3 times as great or many.
Examples:
A triple mirror. Triple digits. His coach is a triple Olympic champion.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban formed the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Lung.
Either of the 2 organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Routine.
A usual or habitual way of doing things, a set sequence of steps, part of a larger computer program.
Examples:
Routine business. A built-in diagnostic routine. She studies gardening on a routine basis.
Pesticide.
A substance used for preventing, destroying, repelling, or mitigating any pest.
Examples:
Pesticide application. Pesticide residue. The farmer sprayed pesticide on his crops to protect them from insects.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing. An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma, trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat, environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat, a severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Pervasive.
Spreading or existing throughout every part of a thing or place.
Examples:
Pervasive language, the pervasive odor of garlic. Suspicion and worry were pervasive in our minds.
Physiology.
The branch of the biological sciences dealing with the functioning of organisms.
Examples:
Human physiology, physiology research. Physiology is the science of how living things work.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
The problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Neglect.
To not give enough care or attention to something, to leave something undone.
Examples:
Neglect to call. Neglect ethical issues. He neglected his health to make the project a success.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Substance.
The real physical material of which a thing or person consists, the most important or main part of some idea or experience, an illegal drug.
Examples:
An explosive substance. Substance abuse problem. The substance of the argument was well presented.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Reside.
To live in a particular place, typically for a prolonged period of time.
Examples:
Reside on the skin. Reside permanently. They reside in a beautiful old house in the countryside.
Someplace.
Somewhere without specifying a particular or exact location.
Examples:
From someplace deep inside. Someplace quiet. Let's go someplace new and try something we have not done before.
Pacific.
Peaceful in character or intent, tending to lessen or avoid conflict, calm or soothing in manner or tone. Noun, as Pacific, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions.
Examples:
Pacific nature disposition. The Pacific Ocean. They adopted a pacific approach to resolving their differences, emphasizing dialogue and understanding.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Poorest.
Having the least wealth or resources.
Examples:
Poorest of the poor. Poorest area. The poorest countries in the world often have the highest rates of malnutrition.
Underserved.
Inadequately or insufficiently provided with help, products, or services.
Examples:
Underserved market. Traditionally underserved. This area is medically underserved.
Pediatrics.
The branch of medicine that deals with the care and treatment of children.
Examples:
Pediatrics department. Pediatrics clinic. I am studying pediatrics in medical school because I love working with children.
Shingle.
A thin piece of wood, slate, or other material used as a roof covering or siding.
Examples:
Asphalt shingle. Wooden shingle. The roofer installed new shingles on the roof to replace the old and worn-out ones.
Regardless.
Not paying attention or considering something or someone even if the situation is bad or there are difficulties.
Examples:
regardless of the difficulties. Regardless tread. People can pick out superior products regardless of the quality of the advertising.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Disparity.
A significant difference or inequality between two or more things.
Examples:
the disparity between theory and reality. Income disparity. There is a significant disparity in pay between men and women in the company.
Immunization.
The process of making a person or animal immune to a specific disease by administering a vaccine or other preventative measure.
Examples:
immunization program. Childhood immunization. Due to the success of immunization programs, certain diseases, such as smallpox, have been eradicated.
Asthma.
A chronic respiratory disease characterized by wheezing, coughing, and difficulty breathing.
Examples:
asthma attack. Asthma symptoms. He always had to carry an inhaler due to his severe asthma.
Hospitalize.
To admit someone to a hospital for medical treatment.
Examples:
hospitalized patient. Hospitalized child. She had to be hospitalized due to her injuries.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
an international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Deficit.
The total amount by which money spent is greater than money earned in a particular period of time, the property of being an amount by which something, especially an amount of money, is less than expected or required.
Examples:
federal budget deficit. An accumulative deficit. Exchange rate fluctuations have increased that country's trade deficit.
Hyperactive.
Excessively or abnormally active, restless, or easily excitable, particularly about children or animals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD.
Examples:
hyperactive child. Hyperactive imagination. The hyperactive dog was running around the house, knocking things over.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Thorough.
Done completely, significantly careful and accurate.
Examples:
Thorough investigation. Provide thorough analysis. A thorough brushing helps to keep your mouth fresh.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Diarrhea.
A common digestive disorder with the frequent passage of loose, watery stools that can be caused by various factors such as infections, food poisoning, and certain medications.
Examples:
Diarrhea-related dehydration. Diarrhea with abdominal pain. I had a terrible case of diarrhea and couldn't stop going to the bathroom.
Prescription.
A written or spoken instruction that directs a medical practitioner to prescribe a specific treatment or medication for a patient.
Examples:
Prescription drugs. Fill the prescription. I need to refill my prescription for allergy medication at the pharmacy.
Antibiotic.
A substance or drug that kills or slows down the growth of bacteria.
Examples:
Antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic allergy. He has been prescribed an antibiotic to treat his infection.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Adversity.
Difficulties or hardships that someone faces.
Examples:
Environmental adversity. Struggling with adversity. The team demonstrated great resilience in the face of adversity and won the game.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Adverse.
Unfavorable or harmful.
Examples:
Adverse circumstances. Adverse reaction. The adverse weather conditions forced us to cancel the outdoor event.
Childhood.
The state or time of being a child.
Examples:
Since childhood. Childhood development. He had fond memories of his childhood spent playing in the park with his friends.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Bob.
To move up and down quickly and repeatedly, often in a short, jerky motion, to cut, trim, or shorten hair, especially by repeatedly snipping with scissors. Noun, a hairstyle in which the hair is cut short and even all around, usually above the shoulders.
Examples:
Bob a quick curtsy. Bob on the surface of the water. I need to bob my head to the beat of the music.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Incarceration.
The state of being confined in prison or jail.
Examples:
Mass incarceration. Incarceration rates. The judge sentenced him to 5 years of incarceration for embezzlement.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart. Mark is different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Ace.
A playing card with a single symbol or mark that is typically the highest in value or rank in a particular card game. A person who is very skilled or successful in a specific activity or field.
Examples:
Tennis ace. Ace in the hole. He was an ace at playing poker and often won the game.
Correlate.
To have a connection or relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another.
Examples:
Correlate closely with the quality. Correlate to the size. We may frequently correlate age with the frequency of disease.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Striking.
Interesting and distinctive enough to draw notice, exceedingly appealing, frequently in an odd manner.
Examples:
Striking innovation. Striking evidence. The two plays have a number of striking parallels.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Dose.
A quantity or amount of medicine or a drug that is taken or administered at one time, typically measured out in specific units, a similar measure of exposure to a harmful substance or radiation.
Examples:
Dose adjustment. Daily dose. She took the recommended dose of medication to treat her headache.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Chronic.
Being long-lasting and recurrent or characterized by long suffering, habitual.
Examples:
Risk of chronic disease. Chronic alcohol consumption. Chronic hyperglycemia is a trigger for a variety of serious diseases.
Obstruct.
To block or interfere with the passage, movement, or action of something or someone.
Examples:
Obstruct an airway. Obstruct a bill. The road was blocked by a fallen tree, obstructing the path for all vehicles.
Pulmonary.
Relating to the lungs or the respiratory system.
Examples:
Pulmonary embolism. Pulmonary function test. The patient was admitted to the hospital with pulmonary hypertension.
Hepatitis.
A medical condition in which the liver becomes inflamed, often as a result of infection by a virus.
Examples:
Chronic hepatitis. Viral hepatitis. The patient was diagnosed with hepatitis C and will need treatment to clear the virus from her body.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Ischemic.
Relating to or caused by an inadequate supply of blood to an organ or tissue, leading to reduced oxygen and nutrient levels.
Examples:
Ischemic stroke. Ischemic optic neuropathy. The patient was diagnosed with ischemic heart disease, requiring immediate medical attention.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Ruin.
To damage, spoil, or demolish something. Noun, an unrecoverable state of devastation and destruction.
Examples:
Ruin the plan. Ruin the reputation. He knocked over the red wine and ruined the tablecloth.
Nucleus.
The central and most important part of something. Biology, a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA and responsible for growth and reproduction. Physics, the very dense central region of an atom.
Examples.
Form a nucleus. The nucleus of a team. DNA is stored in the nucleus of a cell.
Accumbens.
Nucleus accumbens, an area of the brain located in the basal forebrain that has a significant role in the cognitive processing of motivation, aversion, reward.
Examples.
Nucleus accumbens neurons. Cells of the nucleus accumbens. Dopamine is released into the nucleus accumbens.
Reward.
A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples.
The reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Imply.
To indicate the truth or existence of something without referring to it.
Examples.
Imply a strong correlation. Imply the presence of alien. The salespeople speak in technical terms to imply that they are more knowledgeable than the customer.
Inhibit.
To prevent something, such as an action, process, etc., from happening or make it less likely to happen than normal.
Examples.
Inhibit desires. Inhibit tumor growth. Excessive parental interference may inhibit children's eagerness to learn.
Prefrontal.
In or about the foremost part of the frontal lobe of the brain.
Examples.
Prefrontal bone. Prefrontal region. Research shows that damage to the prefrontal cortex leads to increased aggression.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples.
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Impulse.
A sudden, strong, and unreflective wish or need to do something. The electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber.
Examples.
A combative impulse. Profound religious impulses. Nerve impulses cross a synapse through the action of neurotransmitters.
Executive.
A person or group of people with top-level management responsibility in a business or other organization, the branch that is responsible for implementing, administering, and enforcing laws, as well as running the day-to-day operations.
Examples.
Executive editor at the publishing house. Executive vice president. As the executive director of the nonprofit, it's her responsibility to make sure they're meeting their mission goals.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Critic:
someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
art critic, severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Scan:
to examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Amygdala:
one of two parts of the almond-shaped neural structure that are linked to emotions, especially fear and pleasure, memory, and the sense of smell.
Examples:
the decline in amygdala activity. Amygdala damage. The amygdala has been associated with memories of past emotional events.
Neurology:
the branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples:
cognitive neurology. Neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Engage:
to attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Axis:
a real or imaginary straight line through a body or figure around which the object turns, a group of countries in special alliance.
Examples:
vertical axis. A coordinate axis. The Earth's axis of rotation is tilted 66.5 degrees to the ecliptic plane.
Govern:
to legally control and direct a country, city, group of people, etc., and be responsible for introducing new laws, organizing and maintaining public services.
Examples:
a nation's right to govern. Govern a public enterprise. The regulations governing medical malpractice claims are rigorous.
Flee:
to leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Immediately:
now or without delay.
Examples:
immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Hypothalamus.
A basal part of the brain that autonomically controls body temperature, hunger, and the release of hormones.
Examples:
Anterior hypothalamus, hypothalamus hemorrhage. Oxytocin is also produced in the nucleus of the hypothalamus.
Pituitary.
A small, pea-sized gland located at the base of the brain that influences the growth and sexual development of the body by producing hormones.
Examples:
Pituitary hormone, anterior pituitary. The pituitary gland is responsible for releasing hormones that regulate growth and metabolism.
Adrenal.
Relating to two glands situated above the kidneys, called the adrenal gland.
Examples:
Adrenal gland, adrenal cortex. The doctor ordered tests to check the patient's adrenal function.
Gland.
A group of cells in an animal's body that produce substances needed by the body and release them through ducts or directly into the bloodstream.
Examples:
The function of the thyroid gland, a mammary gland. The adrenal glands produce steroids.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Adrenaline.
Also epinephrine, a substance secreted by the adrenal medulla in response to stress, which makes the heart beat faster and prepares the body to react to danger.
Examples:
Adrenaline receptor, adrenaline addiction. The band has released a lot of adrenaline-pumping rock music.
Cortisol.
A hormone produced by the adrenal gland that is involved in regulating the body's metabolism, immune system, and blood pressure.
Examples:
Cortisol stress, excessive cortisol. Cortisol levels in the body are often elevated during times of stress.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Pupil.
The black circular opening in the center of the iris of the eye, through which light enters the eye, a student in school or university.
Examples:
Pupil constriction. Attentive pupil. The pupil of your eye dilates in response to different light levels.
Dilate.
To make something wider, larger, or more open.
Examples:
Dilate the bronchial tubes. Dilate blood vessel. The pupils of the eyes dilate in low light.
Airway.
The air passage from the nose and throat to the lungs, a designated route followed by airplanes flying from one airport to another.
Examples:
Airway blockage. Airway beacon. When performing life-saving, the first step is to secure the airway.
Adaptive.
Capable of adjusting to new situations or changing conditions.
Examples:
The adaptive coloring. Adaptive technology. The adaptive learning system adjusts the difficulty level of the lessons based on the student's performance.
Life-saving.
The act or process of rescuing someone else's life, especially from drowning.
Examples:
Life-saving efforts. Life-saving device. The patient needs a life-saving transplant operation.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences, able to feel or perceive others' feelings, susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples:
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Pathway.
A track that constitutes or serves as a path, an approach, or a way of doing something.
Examples:
Pathway to understanding. Cellular signaling pathways. When the first molecule in the pathway receives a signal, it activates other molecules.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
Heal a broken bone. Heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Depressed.
Sad and without any hope.
Examples:
Depressed feeling. The market is depressed. After his mother died, he got depressed.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Multidisciplinary.
Integrating or involving various academic fields or different skills in a topic or problem-solving approach.
Examples:
Multidisciplinary project. Multidisciplinary analysis. He adopted a multidisciplinary research approach to unravel complex phenomena.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Coordination.
The act of making all the people involved in a plan or activity work together effectively, the ability to control different parts of the body effectively.
Examples:
Data coordination. Loss of muscle coordination. Synchronized swimming needs close coordination between 6 performers.
Nutrition.
The substances or the process that organisms take into their bodies as food for their growth and health.
Examples:
Nutrition condition. Nutrition intake. This food contains all the nutrition your dog requires.
Holistic.
Relating to or dealing with the whole of something rather than just its parts.
Examples:
Holistic education. Develop a holistic vision. The holistic approach to healthcare considers the person's physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Educate.
To provide or receive instruction or training over a period of time at a school, university, etc. Educate student. Educate public. The school's mission is to educate young children and prepare them for the future.
Electrical.
Relating to electricity.
Examples:
An electrical storm. Degree in electrical engineering. Actuators convert electrical pulses into motion.
Outlet.
A means of release or expression, often for emotions or energy. A place of business that sells goods directly to customers. A device or opening through which something can flow out.
Examples:
An outlet for water. Media outlet. The outlet in the bathroom was faulty, so I had to use a different one for my hairdryer.
Poisonous.
Containing or producing toxic substances, harmful or dangerous to living beings, often causing illness, injury, or death, capable of causing serious harm or destruction.
Examples:
Poisonous plants. Poisonous chemicals. Some species of poisonous snakes can be deadly to humans if bitten.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
Juvenile diabetes. Diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Aggressive.
Behaving in an angry, energetic, or threatening way towards another person, tending to spread quickly.
Examples:
An aggressive war. An aggressive tumor. An aggressive tide wrecked the ship.
Rooftop.
The upper surface or cover of a building's roof, often used for recreational or other purposes.
Examples:
Rooftop live. Rooftop deck. They held the dinner party on the rooftop terrace, enjoying the beautiful view of the city.
Disciplinary.
Of or relating to the punishment of people who break the rules, of or relating to a specific field of academic study.
Examples:
Disciplinary action. Take disciplinary measures. The school's disciplinary committee met to discuss the students' behavior.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
Draft a protocol. Protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Academy.
A school for special training, a type of official organization that aims to encourage and develop standards in its particular field.
Examples:
An academy of music. A member of the academy. Her new documentary earned her an Academy Award.
Unaddressed.
Not dealt with, resolved, or attended to, lacking attention or consideration.
Examples:
Unaddressed risks. Unaddressed letter. The community is frustrated with the unaddressed issue of crime in the area.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
Terrifying experience. Terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Prospect.
The possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful, a person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular, a potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
Prospect for gold. Job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Scope.
The range of one's perceptions, thoughts, or actions, or a subject that.
Examples:
Scope of a project. Have broad scope. The scope of human thought is diverse.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Framework.
The structural components of a building or object that support its weight and give it form, the underlying structure of a system, concept, or text.
Examples:
Legal framework. The framework of a house. He devised a new analytical framework to capture the phenomenon.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Survival kit. A first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Tobacco.
A plant grown for its leaves, which are dried and processed for smoking or chewing or extraction of nicotine.
Examples:
Tobacco industry. A mild tobacco. Tobacco product is a leading cause of preventable deaths worldwide.
Determination.
The quality of being persistent and purposeful, the act of finding out the exact nature or essence of something.
Examples:
A steely determination. Determination of a DNA sequence. His determination to succeed was unwavering, even in the face of adversity.
Commitment.
A promise or firm decision to do something or to behave in a certain way.
Examples:
A commitment to an alliance. Meet his commitments. His business commitments took him to the United States.
Margin.
The space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
Margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
Walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples:
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Spare.
Additional to what is necessary for ordinary use, verb, to give time, money, space, etc. to someone.
Examples:
Spare parts. Spare cost. I made plans to spend my spare time beneficially.
Rod.
A long, thin, straight piece of wood, metal, or other material used for support, as a weapon, or for punishment.
Examples:
Rod cell. Curtain rod. He used a fishing rod to catch the biggest fish of the day.
Spoil.
To ruin the taste, appearance, or quality of something. To become or cause something to become rotten or bad.
Examples:
Spoil a person's sport. Spoil the surprise. If you leave the milk out of the refrigerator for too long, it will spoil.
Marginalize.
To treat a person or group as insignificant or unimportant, to push to the edge or margin of society or a group, to exclude from power or influence.
Examples:
Marginalize minorities. Marginalize dissenting voices. It's important not to marginalize certain groups of people based on their race, religion, or ethnicity.
Zip.
A fastener made of interlocking teeth or ridges that is used to join two edges or pieces of fabric. A sound or motion that resembles the sound made by a zipper when it is pulled, of a computer. A popular file compression and archiving format, short for Zone Improvement Plan, a system of postal codes used in the United States to help facilitate mail delivery more efficiently.
Examples:
Zip code. Zip file. She put her phone in the zip pocket of her backpack.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
Frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale, economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
Interrupt a call. Abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Anomalous.
Deviating from what is standard or expected, unexpected or unusual in a way that is difficult to explain.
Examples:
Anomalous behavior. Anomalous result. The data from the study was anomalous and unexpected.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.